Hey Pisces, come sit with me for a bit because I need to share something with you that came through in the cards today. You know how sometimes the universe just hands you a reading that feels like it is pulling back a curtain on something you have been sensing but could not quite name? That is exactly what happened when I laid out these cards for you. There is someone in your energy right now, and honestly, the intensity of what is showing up is something I have not seen in a while. This person is dealing with their own chaos, their own mess, and yet somehow you are at the center of their thoughts in a way that feels almost obsessive. The cards are revealing a story about possession, about someone who looked at you and decided in that moment that you were theirs, even though they have absolutely no right to claim you. And here is the thing that makes this reading so fascinating. They are currently tangled up in situations that are exposing them, revealing their true nature to others. And they are absolutely crumbling under the weight of it all. What came through today is not just about their feelings for you. It is about how they have been moving in your direction with an aggressive energy since the very first time they saw you. Like something in them shifted and they became fixated. The cards are showing me this person who is simultaneously falling apart publicly while privately being consumed by thoughts of you. It is like they are living in two realities, the one where their carefully constructed image is shattering, and the one where they cannot stop obsessing over the connection they feel they have with you. So I pulled 6 cards to really understand what is happening here, what this person is going through, why they feel this way about you, and what the universe wants you to know about this entire situation. And Pisces, each card that came through just added another layer to this story. Let me walk you through what showed up because this is one of those readings where every single card matters. The first card I pulled is Judgment, and when this card appeared, I actually had to take a moment because the energy was so strong. Judgment is about truth coming to light, about things that were hidden being exposed, about facing the consequences of actions. This card is literally screaming that this person is in the middle of a major revelation period. Whatever they have been doing, whatever games they have been playing, whatever facade they have been maintaining, it is all coming crashing down right now. Let me explain what judgment really means in this context. This is not just about small mistakes being noticed. This is about a full-scale awakening where everyone around this person is suddenly seeing who they really are. Think about the imagery of this card, the angel blowing the trumpet, people rising from their graves, the moment of final reckoning. That is the energy this person is experiencing. Their scandals, because yes, there are multiple things happening, are not little whispers or rumors. These are loud, undeniable situations where their character is being questioned, where people are putting pieces together, where their reputation is taking serious hits. The fascinating thing about Judgment appearing first is that it sets the entire tone for this reading. This person is being forced to face themselves and face what they have done. And it is happening in a very public way. You know how sometimes people can hide their true nature for years, maintaining this perfect image while doing questionable things behind closed doors? Judgment says that time is over for them. The curtain has been pulled back, and they are standing in the spotlight, exposed and vulnerable, and they absolutely cannot handle it. But here's where it gets interesting for you, Pisces. While all of this is happening to them, while their world is essentially being turned upside down and their secrets are becoming public knowledge, they are thinking about you. Not casually thinking about you, but obsessively. Because to them, you represent something pure, something stable, something they believe belongs to them. It is like their external world is chaos, but in their mind, you are this fixed point they have claimed as theirs. The Judgment card is also showing me that this exposure is not over. This person is going to continue facing consequences for their actions. More things are going to come to light. More people are going to see through whatever mask they were wearing. And as this happens, their fixation on you might actually intensify because you become even more of an escape in their mind, a fantasy of something good in the middle of all this darkness they are experiencing. I am also getting from this card that the universe is literally answering prayers right now. If you have been asking for protection from toxic people, If you have been hoping that someone who hurt you or deceived you would face karma, if you have been wanting the truth to be revealed, judgment is telling you that it is happening. This person's downfall is not random. It is divine timing. It is the universe showing you exactly who they are, so you can make clear decisions about your own life and your own energy. Now, the second card that came through is Knight of Cups. And I have to tell you, when this appeared right after Judgment, it created such a clear picture of what is happening. The Knight of Cups is typically this romantic, idealistic energy. It is the person who shows up with flowers and pretty words, who makes grand gestures, who seems to be offering love and devotion. But in this reading, combined with everything else, this card is showing me someone who is approaching you with romantic intentions that are completely disconnected from reality. Let me break down what I am seeing with Knight of Cups. This person is coming toward you energetically. They might even be trying to reach out to you in physical reality. And they are doing it with this energy of, I am offering you my heart. I am the one who truly sees you. We have this special connection. But here is the problem. They are offering you a fantasy. They are showing up like a knight in shining armor while their actual life is falling apart. While they are dealing with scandals and exposure and consequences, they are trying to present themselves to you as this romantic figure. The Knight of Cups can represent someone who is in love with the idea of love more than they are actually capable of real love. This person has created a story in their mind about who you are and what you mean to them, and that story is very compelling to them. But it is not based on really knowing you. It is based on their projection, their fantasy, their need to possess something beautiful while their life crumbles around them. What is really important for you to understand, Pisces, is that this Knight of Cups energy showed up after they saw you. The cards are telling me that there was a specific moment when this person laid eyes on you, when they became aware of you, and something in them shifted. It was not love at first sight in a healthy way. It was more like obsession at first sight. It was them deciding in that instant that you were meant to be theirs, that you belonged to them, that they had some claim on you. And from that moment, they started moving in your direction with this Knight of Cups energy, presenting themselves as your romantic destiny while hiding all their mess. The Knight of Cups is also about someone who can be manipulative with emotions. They know how to say the right things, how to create moments that feel magical, how to make you believe in the fantasy they are selling. But underneath that charming exterior, there is often chaos, inconsistency, and a disconnection from genuine feeling. This person might be very good at making romantic gestures, but those gestures are not coming from a place of real love or respect. They are coming from a place of wanting to possess you, wanting to have you as theirs, wanting to claim you as some kind of prize or validation. I am also getting that this Knight of Cups energy has been persistent. Since they first saw you and decided you were theirs, they have been trying in various ways to get close to you, to be in your space, to make you notice them. It might not always be obvious or direct. Sometimes it has been through mutual friends, through social media, through showing up in places they knew you would be. The Knight of Cups can be very strategic in how they pursue someone, making it seem like fate or coincidence when actually it is calculated. And here is something that is really coming through strongly. This person genuinely believes they have good intentions toward you. In their mind, they are the hero of this story. They see themselves as someone who recognizes your value, who wants to give you love and romance, who would treat you like royalty. But what they cannot see or refuse to acknowledge is that their entire approach is based on possession rather than respect. They do not want to get to know you and build something real. They want to claim you, own you, have you as theirs in a way that is actually quite toxic, even though it is wrapped in romantic packaging. The third card is Two of Wands, and this card is absolutely fascinating in this position because it is revealing so much about how this person sees the future and their place in your life. The Two of Wands is about planning, about looking ahead, about someone who is standing with the world in their hands trying to decide what direction to take. In this reading, it is showing me that this person has been making plans that involve you. Not plans with you, but plans that include you as a fixed element in their future. When I look at the Two of Wands here, I am seeing someone who is literally plotting their approach to you. They have been thinking strategically about how to get into your life, how to make themselves important to you, how to position themselves as someone you cannot ignore. The Two of Wands is a card of planning and foresight, and this person has been using their intelligence to map out ways to connect with you or insert themselves into your world. What is really striking about this card is the possessive quality it is showing. The figure in the Two of Wands holds a globe, symbolizing that they see the world as something they can possess and control. This person looks at you the same way. In their mind, you are already theirs. They have already decided that you belong to them. They are just figuring out the logistics of how to make that reality match their internal belief. The Two of Wands also reveals that this person is at a crossroads in their own life. With everything falling apart around them, with the scandals and exposure that judgment showed us, they are trying to figure out what to do next. And in their calculation, in their planning, you represent a new direction. You are like a fresh start in their mind, something pure they can attach themselves to, a way to reinvent themselves or escape the consequences they are facing. I am getting very strongly that this person has been watching you, studying you, learning about your patterns and your life. The Two of Wands is about gathering information before making a move. They have been in observation mode, collecting data about who you are, what you like, where you go, who you spend time with, and they have been using this information to plan their approach, to figure out the best angle to get close to you. There is also an energy with the Two of Wands about someone who feels stuck between two options. This person might be in another relationship or situation, but in their mind, they have already decided you are what they really want. They might be trying to figure out how to manage both situations, how to keep whatever they have while also pursuing you. Or they might be weighing whether to completely blow up their current life to chase this fantasy they have built around you. What the Two of Wands is really telling me is that this person sees you as a conquest. You are not a human being with your own autonomy and choices in their mind. You are a goal, a prize, something to be obtained. The way they are planning and strategizing shows that they feel entitled to have you, as if you are a destination they can simply decide to reach if they choose the right path. But here is what is important for you to understand, Pisces. All of their planning, all of their strategy, all of their belief that they can make you theirs, it is all happening in their head. They might feel very confident in their plans, but they are not accounting for the most important factor, which is your free will, your choice, your ability to see through their manipulation and say no. The Two of Wands shows someone who thinks they are in control, but the reality is that they only control their own actions, not your response to them. The fourth card that appeared is the Moon. And honestly, when this came through, I felt this wave of validation for everything you might have been sensing, Pisces. The Moon is about illusion, deception, things that are hidden, the gap between appearance and reality. This card is screaming that nothing about this person is what it seems. What they are showing you, what they are presenting to the world, what they are claiming to be, it is all a carefully constructed illusion that is falling apart. The Moon shows up when someone is living a double life, when there are secrets and shadows, when the truth is very different from the story being told. This person has been operating behind a mask. They have been showing one face to you and to others while living a completely different reality. The scandals that judgment revealed, the Moon is telling me those are just the tip of the iceberg. There is more beneath the surface that has not been exposed yet. There are layers of deception, layers of manipulation, layers of darkness that this person has been hiding. What is really intense about the Moon in this reading is how it connects to their obsession with you. They see you through a distorted lens. You have become this idealized fantasy figure in their mind that has very little to do with who you actually are. They have projected onto you all these qualities and characteristics that fit their narrative, and they have convinced themselves that this fantasy version of you is real. When they think about you belonging to them, they are thinking about owning this illusion they have created, not connecting with your actual authentic self. The moon is also revealing the emotional chaos this person is in. Behind whatever confident or romantic exterior they show, they are deeply confused, anxious, and unstable. Their emotions are all over the place. They might swing from intense desire for you to anger that you are not responding the way they want. They might go from feeling like you are their soulmate to feeling rejected and hurt. The moon shows emotional turbulence that is being hidden beneath whatever surface calm they try to project. I am also getting from the moon that this person operates in shadows. They might not approach you directly or honestly. Instead, they work through indirect channels, through manipulation, through creating situations where they can be near you without being obvious about their intentions. The moon is the card of secrets and hidden agendas, and this person definitely has both when it comes to you. There is something about the moon that speaks to addiction and obsession as well. This person is not thinking about you in a healthy way. Their fixation on you has qualities of an addiction. They cannot stop thinking about you. They return to thoughts of you compulsively. They have built up this whole mythology around you in their mind. And like any addiction, it is controlling their behavior in ways they might not even fully recognize. The moon is also warning you about confusion and unclear perception. If this person is in your life or trying to get into your life, they might be deliberately trying to confuse you, to make you doubt your own instincts, to blur the lines between what is real and what is their manipulation. They might tell you stories that do not quite add up, make promises they have no intention of keeping, create this atmosphere of uncertainty where you are not sure what to believe. What is really important about the moon appearing in this reading is that it is validating your intuition. If you have felt like something is off about this person, if you have sensed that they are not being honest, if you have picked up on a weird energy around them, you are absolutely right. Trust what you are feeling, Pisces. The moon confirms that your psychic senses are accurate. This person is not what they are pretending to be. And your instinct to be cautious or keep distance is protecting you from getting caught up in their illusions. The moon is also showing me that the truth will continue to come out. Just like the moon illuminates the night, revealing what was hidden in darkness, more information about this person is going to surface. More of their secrets are going to be exposed. More people are going to see through their act. And as that happens, you will get increasingly clear confirmation about why you needed to stay away from them. The fifth card is Ace of Cups, and I have to tell you, this card in this position is incredibly revealing about what this person believes they are offering you and what they think you represent to them. The Ace of Cups is the card of new emotional beginnings, of love being offered, of a cup overflowing with feeling and potential. In their mind, they are presenting you with this gift of deep emotion, this offer of a profound connection, this promise of love. But here is what you need to understand about the Ace of Cups in this reading. It is their fantasy of what they want to give you and what they want from you. They have convinced themselves that what they feel for you is this pure, beautiful love. They genuinely believe they are offering you something valuable and real. In their internal narrative, they are the person who finally sees your worth, who wants to fill your cup with devotion, who would cherish you the way you deserve. The Ace of Cups shows someone who is very much in their feelings. This person has intense emotions about you. There is no question about that. But intensity is not the same as health or authenticity. They might feel deeply, but what they feel is tangled up with possession, with projection, with their own unhealed wounds and needs. The Ace of Cups in their hands is not a pure offering, even though they believe it is. What is coming through strongly with this card is that this person wants emotional fusion with you. They do not want a balanced relationship where two people maintain their individuality while sharing love. They want to merge with you, to dissolve boundaries, to make you part of themselves. That is why they feel like you belong to them. In their emotional reality, you are not a separate person with your own life. You are the other half of their cup, the one who completes them, the one they need to feel whole. The Ace of Cups is also showing me that this person might try to use emotional vulnerability as a way to connect with you. They might share their pain, their struggles, their deepest feelings, not as genuine intimacy, but as a strategic move to make you feel responsible for them or connected to them. They might pour out their heart in a way that seems very real and moving, but underneath that vulnerability is still the agenda of making you theirs. I am also getting that the Ace of Cups represents how this person sees you as a source of emotional salvation. With everything crashing down around them, with the exposure and scandal and consequences they are facing, they are looking at you as someone who could save them emotionally. You are the new beginning they want, the fresh start, the pure love that could wash away all the mess they have created. But that is an unfair burden to put on anyone. And it is not actually love, it is need disguised as love. The Ace of Cups in its highest form is about unconditional love, about giving freely without expectation. But this person's Ace of Cups has lots of conditions. They want you to respond in specific ways, to reciprocate their feelings, to accept their claim on you. If you do not, if you reject what they are offering, that overflowing cup can quickly turn to anger or hurt or attempts to manipulate you into feeling guilty for not accepting their love. What you need to know, Pisces, is that just because someone offers you a cup, you do not have to drink from it. Just because someone says they love you or want to give you their heart, you are not obligated to receive it. The Ace of Cups shows an offering, but you have complete freedom to decline that offering, especially when you can see that what is in the cup is not actually what they claim it is. The sixth and final card is Wheel of Fortune, and this card brings such an important perspective to everything we have been looking at. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles, about karma, about the natural turning of fate and consequence. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes around. And right now, this person is on the downward turn of their wheel, while you are being protected and elevated on yours. The Wheel of Fortune is confirming that what is happening to this person is not random bad luck. It is karmic consequence. They have been making certain choices, treating people certain ways, operating with certain energies, and now the wheel has turned to bring them the results of those actions. The scandals, the exposure, the falling apart of their image, it is all part of their karma playing out. The universe is balancing scales and showing them what they need to learn. What is really powerful about the Wheel of Fortune in this position is that it is showing you that you are not meant to be part of their story in the way they want. Your wheel and their wheel are turning in different directions. While they are experiencing a downward cycle of consequence and exposure, you are in a period of protection and blessing. The universe is actively keeping you separate from their chaos, even if they are trying desperately to pull you into it. The Wheel of Fortune also speaks to timing and divine intervention. There is a reason you are becoming aware of who this person really is right now. There is a reason their true nature is being revealed before you got deeply involved with them. There is a reason their life is falling apart in a way that shows you exactly what you would have been dealing with if you had accepted their Knight of Cups offer or believed their Ace of Cups promises. I am getting very strongly that the Wheel of Fortune is telling you to trust the natural unfolding of events. You do not need to do anything to protect yourself from this person. The universe is handling it. Their own actions are catching up with them. Their karma is playing out in real time. Your job is simply to observe, to learn, to stay in your own lane, and let them experience whatever they need to experience on their journey. The Wheel of Fortune is also a reminder that cycles always turn. This person's current downfall is not permanent in the sense that they could eventually do the work to heal and change. But equally, if you were to get involved with them now, thinking you could save them or that they would be different with you, you would just be stepping onto their wheel and experiencing the chaos of their cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is advising you to stay on your own wheel, to honor your own timing and path. There is also an element of the Wheel of Fortune that speaks to justice being served. If this person has wronged you or others, if they have been manipulative or deceptive or harmful, the Wheel of Fortune confirms that they are facing consequences. You do not need to seek revenge or try to expose them. The universe is doing that naturally. Truth has a way of coming to light when the wheel turns. What the Wheel of Fortune ultimately wants you to understand is that this entire situation is bigger than just one person's obsession with you. This is about cycles of energy, about karmic patterns, about the natural order of the universe maintaining balance. You are being shown very clearly who this person is and what they are dealing with, so you can make empowered choices about your own life and energy. So, let me bring this all together for you, Pisces. What these 6 cards are revealing is a complete picture of someone who saw you, became instantly obsessed, decided you belong to them, and has been moving toward you with romantic gestures and strategic planning, while simultaneously dealing with major scandals and exposure in their life. They are living in illusion, presenting a false version of themselves, believing they are offering you real love, when actually what they want is possession and emotional salvation. And through it all, the universe is turning the wheel of karma, bringing them consequences, revealing their truth, and protecting you from getting entangled in their chaos. This person genuinely cannot handle what they are going through right now. The exposure, the judgment, the falling apart of their carefully constructed image, it is breaking them. And in their brokenness, they are fixating on you even more intensely because in their mind, you represent everything they need, everything they want, everything that could make them feel whole again. But you are not responsible for saving anyone, Pisces. You are not meant to be someone's emotional life raft while they deal with the consequences of their own actions. The aggressive energy they have had toward you since they first saw you, it was never really about you as a person. It was about you as a fantasy, as a projection, as something they decided they needed to possess. And that is not love, no matter how intensely they feel it or how romantic their gestures might seem. Real love honors autonomy, respects boundaries, and does not come from a place of need and possession. Trust what you are feeling about this situation. Trust your instincts that have been telling you something is off. The cards confirm that you are seeing clearly, that your intuition is accurate, that your caution is protective. You are being divinely guided away from a situation that would only bring you drama and chaos, even though it might be wrapped in the appealing packaging of romance and devotion. The universe is showing you exactly what you need to see. Pay attention to the revelations coming through about this person. Notice how their life is unfolding, how truth is coming to light, how karma is working. And then make your choices from a place of clarity and self-respect, knowing that you deserve real love, honest connection, and partnership that is based on mutual respect rather than possessive obsession. You are so protected right now, Pisces. Even if this person feels they have some claim on you, even if they believe you belong to them, the reality is that you belong only to yourself. You get to decide who has access to your energy, your time, your heart. And the cards are strongly suggesting that this person who is tangled up in scandals, living in illusion, and approaching you from a place of need rather than genuine connection is not someone you want to give that access to. Stay in your power. Trust the process. Watch how karma unfolds. And know that as you continue on your path with clarity and wisdom, you are making space for connections that are actually aligned with your highest good. Relationships that honor who you truly are. Love that is real and healthy and free from the shadows and manipulation that this person brings. The universe has your back in this situation completely. Trust that.